Is this your homework, Larry? Is this your homework, Larry?
Look, man.
Dude, please. Is this your homework, Larry?
Just ask him about the car, man.
Is this yours, Larry?
A few moments later.
All right. This is pointless. Okay. It's time for plan B. You might want to watch out that front window, Larry. Son, this is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass. You see what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass? This is what happens. You see what happens, Larry? You see what happens, Larry? Do you see what happens, Larry, when you fuck a stranger in the ass? That's what happens, Larry.
The funny thing about shit hitting the fan is when it does, it usually doesn't stop hitting the fan until it's completely and utterly decimated, destroyed, ripped to pieces, pulled apart like soft bread. There's so much going wrong for EA right now, it's almost staggering. The second I put away a tab and I'm like, okay, I'll read more into this later and, you know, see if I can work it into some sort of video, something else goes crazy for EA. Over and over and over again. The first thing that happened, this is a long video most likely, but I'm gonna try and make it short as hell. So on the 23rd, around 8 days ago, EA had an AMA for Battlefield 5, where the dev proceeded to answer no questions.
You serious?
Like literally, he didn't answer any questions anyone had that was of any substance. Top rated question, go fuck yourself. The guy goes, how many maps will there be available on release? Will there be a roadmap reveal anytime soon for the live services offered by Battlefield 5? How big is the Battle Royale mode map? The dev doesn't answer this question. It's the most rated question. The second highest voted question was this. The most upvoted question has no answer. Truly a corporate AMA at its finest. And you think to yourself, wow, talk about shit PR. But then again, the whole Battlefield 5 launch has been nothing but horrible PR. From the reveal with Trevor Noah being so horrendous, it makes you just want to, I can't even think of anything because Trevor Noah is horrible.
Live reveal, I'm your host for this evening, Trevor Noah, and I'm so excited to be here introducing this new edition of Battlefield, which for some reason everyone has already assumed is Battlefield 5. I mean, and not Battlefield V. Could be V, why not V? Battlefield V could be just as good. Yeah, I do love that fans on Twitter are actually changing the Vs in their profiles for this game, something my mother did many years ago, ahead of the curve. And most people don't know this, but the V in my name is actually a 5. Yeah, my name is actually pronounced Trev 5 or Noah.
Kill me.
This video is presented by EA.
Hey, let's go,
What a
baby.
reassuring sound.
Capture and hold the flags. Massive all-out war. What, 16 to 64 people? Jesus.
Oh, snap, brother.
Oh, man. God, dude. I didn't know.
About to go down,
About
dude.
to crack like 8 Red Bulls for this.
The fact is, he's the sponsor. And you signed a contract guaranteeing him certain concessions, one of them being a spot on the show.
Well, that's where I see things just a little differently. Contract or no, I will not bow to any sponsor.
I'm sorry you feel that way, but basically it's the nature of the beast.
Maybe I'm wrong on this one, but for me, the beast doesn't include selling out. Garth, you know what I'm talking about, right?
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
It was such a horrible reveal. Bad joke after bad joke after bad politically correct joke. I had more fun going to a strip club and having a girl called Darling Nikki kick me in the balls because I thought it would be funny. It was a better night than that fucking reveal. After that, we get to see the cripple British ginger woman who was on the front lines of Battlefield 5, which then led to the backlash. Everybody telling us that we're uncultured swines. Patrick Sutherland telling his brilliant daughter about how we're the uneducated ones because we can't see it as a plausible situation. There's no such thing as a plausible situation in history. In the sense of, you can't say plausibly Superman could exist in our universe, but he doesn't. Superman doesn't exist. But if he did exist, you uncultured, poorly educated piece of crap. You just aren't open to the possibility that it could happen. So, of course, the community has a backlash. EA then gets the horrible pre-order numbers that are 85% behind the new Call of Duty, which makes you sit there and think, wow, for years, DICE and EA have been trying to claw its way up to surpass or at least be on par with Call of Duty. A game at one point, most of the community was like, it's over, it's the same shit over and over again. And look where we are now. Once again, Call of Duty pulls ahead. It's over for EA. Everyone shits on it. A whole fight happens. Angry Joe gets in the mix. I decided since he was cool with me, I was gonna let it slide. He said nice things about Papa Gundam. I'll turn around. You know, the Huns and the Mongols were at the door of EA. We're doing ancient history now. We're back in Rome. It's the fall of Rome. You know, they're outside, the barbarians. We're taking Rome. And then Joe pops up and goes, Rome isn't that bad. You should leave it alone. And then everybody goes, kill him now. And then he goes, wait, but I like that guy over there with the black horse, and he's usually by himself. And I say, all right, I'm not going to hit him in the face with an arrow. So after that backlash, NVIDIA launches their new RTX 2080 Ti. 10% performance boost with some ray tracing, only double the price from last season's cards. Isn't it a steal? Anyway, of course they showed off Battlefield 5 because EA has to do everything they can to get in your face and go, hey, you're going to like this game. Trust us, you're going to like it. I know we've done everything to make you not like it, but you're going to love it. You're going to love it. So, of course, they adopt ray tracing, where it looked kind of cool, but you could tell there's a performance drop.
Explosion behind the tank here, but next to the car.
Oh, come on.
Reflecting accurately within the car.
That's impossible.
Of course.
How would you do that with RTX off?
Yeah.
Goes in this direction. Ouch.
Turns out the 2080 Ti is unable to hit 30 FPS at 4K, 60 FPS in 1440p with ray tracing on, which will lead some of us to surmise that maybe EA is kind of telling the truth, that they're pushing it back to try and optimize things, because I have a feeling ray tracing is going to be just so heavy on the GPU. It's not even funny. It's the new Hairworks. And EA is saying that Battlefield 5 has been delayed because they need additional time to develop and fine-tune the game. If there's any truth to this, I think it has something to do with ray tracing, because it's the new thing, and Lord only knows it probably does not work, no matter what Jensen says. We're taking the time to continue to make some final adjustments to core gameplay and ensure we really deliver on the potential of new Battlefield live service. Oh my fucking god, do I hate live services. We know moving the launch date means that we all have to wait a little longer, but we're going to take our time to make sure we get it right. Now, if there's any truth to this, sure, maybe ray tracing is involved, because right now it isn't exactly just working. On top of that, it's the fact that we all know that they're getting killed by Call of Duty and Red Dead Redemption 2. So this delay was most likely a smart move, also premeditated. In doing so, delaying the game has led to EA stocks plummeting.
This week, JJ alludes to it.
Yeah.
12% this week alone on EA.
Yeah. And
Activision's down 3.5% this week.
And you know, Scott, I think it was last Saturday that the Barron's cover article was on esports and these companies and how they're poised for future growth, right? I think it was last Saturday, 1 week ago. So it's telling me that these are battleground stocks, and anything that comes out, you pointed out Fortnite, JJ pointed out the delay in, what is it, Battlefield 5.
Yeah.
These companies basically need to take these negatives and they need to work through them. So with, for instance, what I mean by that, EA says that they're delaying booking the revenue till next year. Okay, you know what, EA? Show us. Show us that that's what's actually happening and that you're not losing demand for your product.
All right, I'm pretty sure investors and everything that are somewhat in the know saw the writing on the wall and said to themselves, fuck it, pull out. I've had enough of this shit. It has been a dumpster fire of epic proportions since they've shown that Battlefield 5 trailer. Hell, maybe some investors have been around since Battlefront 2. So they're a little sick of the slip and slide where EA's like, hey, we got this shooter coming out. It's going to make us a lot of money. And they're like, okay, great. Looks good. Can't wait to see what you do. Why are the players mad, Mr. Sutherland? That's because they're uneducated. They don't understand that what we're doing is genius. Your days are numbered, Sutherland. Fuck you, I quit. So basically, much like the American credit dropping from AAA Plus to simply AAA, EA slides very low due to the delay. EA is drowning in the muck. This leads to the final bit of rumor. The rumor is that Battlefield 5 sales boost plans are in the making. This includes making the Battle Royale mode free, which I could see that being a strong possibility now, considering the success of Fortnite, and maybe a Bad Company 2 remaster. This would be a masterful move because even I'd be moved to buy it if I thought I could get Bad Company 2 remastered in the current Frostbite engine. I can't lie, I'd be definitely interested in that. Now, these rumors came from the same person that leaked the entire E3 press conference.
Let's see. This email is anonymous.
Likely story.
I am anonymous, but you can say it's the same person who gave you the EA stuff for E3 if you want.
Was that good info?
I just said it. Yeah, that information proved to be accurate. Maybe you saw the fans freaking out over the report from investment bank Cohen and Company that Battlefield 5 pre-orders are weak. Some are already comparing it to Titanfall 2 because it is coming out right around Red Dead 2 and Call of Duty. That's pretty far off base. Let's put it this way. Battlefield 5's pre-orders have already outsold Titanfall 2's week 1 sales and pre-orders. And EA isn't going to let the game underperform too drastically. For one, it could make its Battle Royale mode free to play with bonuses for people who own Battlefield 5 to make up the revenue difference.
Sure.
But it is also considering including something huge as part of its post-release content if it needs to boost sales of Battlefield 5 proper. That would be a remastered version of Bad Company 2, a la the Modern Warfare remaster that Activision bundled with Infinite Warfare.
Yeah, that'd be pretty dope. I'd play that.
So, sounds like that's not set in stone, but that sounds like that idea is being kicked around.
Did hear something about an idea like that being kicked around, but I wasn't sure of the context. So I guess that makes sense. The other thing about the Analyst stuff on the pre-order stuff is I heard that that Analyst is largely based on Amazon numbers, and Amazon had not been taking pre-orders for physical Battlefield 5. Or there was something fishy about the numbers in general.
Okay. But honestly, they do see that there's a huge problem on the rise, and they're not 100% sure what the hell to do about it. And I don't even think moving it back, the release date of Battlefield 5, would help the game all that much. It's not like we're going to forget. But then again, when you look at it from this perspective, once November hits, I don't really think the hardcore gamers, the people who are in the know, are obviously not going to have their opinion swayed by a month delay. Like, it's been a month, I forgive EA or something. But the average gamer would most likely be more open to possibly getting the game then. But then again, we're not looking at it from the perspective of, hey, the possibility that most likely kids are getting the game, or like people only have so much as far as funding goes, or family members that don't really know what the hell to buy. You know, the person in their life that plays video games and just go to the store and they're like, what are some of the most popular games coming out? And they're like, well, Battlefield 5 is new. Hello, my name is Jeremy. I work at Walmart. And then, you know, he just hands the lady Battlefield 5. She buys it and gives it to her kid for Christmas or a boyfriend, whatever the case may be. That might be what EA is hoping for in all of this. The long and the short of it is, EA fucked up. This is what happens, Larry. This is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass. When you look at us as nothing more than sheeple, walking wallets, as fools. The fact that EA went as far as to just go into this very, very, very super weird, progressive, alternate looking reality of World War II that isn't an alternate reality of World War II. And they keep telling us how uncultured we are because we're like, this seems a little off. Notice how nobody's upset about the female characters in Black Ops 4. Notice how nobody's pissed off with that. Yet EA, instead of just backing up, chilling the fuck out, they just shit in the face of the fan base. And look what happened. We aren't going to take this lying down anymore. Frankly, you know what? A lot of the guys who play games don't have to play them. We play video games to just get away from reality. And when you start putting this social justice bullshit, when you start putting in this like gender politics and like all this crap that you don't want to be bothered with because you got to hear it all fucking day when you're at work and you hear your Weasley little coworkers, the patriarchy, and it's like, shut the fuck up, Charlotte. I don't want to hear shit about my privilege as being a male. You know what I'm privileged to? I get to bust my ass until the day I die, and even when I die, I gotta pay for my own casket. Well, you sit there and live your life and tell me about how I'm privileged to listen to your bullshit. Hey, have you ever noticed that the average broad doesn't have to put up with half the shit a guy does? If a woman has her car break down at the side of the road, someone comes to help. If a guy's car breaks down, guess what? You're walking, bitch. You're walking till you can fix your own damn ride. No one gives a square fuck.
He really seems to care. About what, I have no idea.
And on that note, I'm the hell out of here, because I'm starting to fly off the handle and go into a completely different subject matter. And you know the whole spiel for me. Rate, comment, subscribe if you only choose to. If not, to hell with it. I can't ask anyone to give more of a shit than me in the age of apathy. In this dark time we live in, especially men, you know how dark it is. You know. You woke up today to go to the bathroom and ended up pissing on your leg or the wall. I know how it is. I did it this morning myself. But if you so choose to share my stuff, it only makes my voice louder in the industry. And frankly, let's face it, YouTube needs me. There is no bad boy of YouTube. The baddest guy we got is, Logan Paul. I'm gonna start running around saying huck it and then smash a plate up against the wall, watch my subscriber base explode. He's so hateful.
All you need is smiles. Lots and lots of smiley smiles. The sweet pink mouth goes north and south.
Take my money! Take my money!
All you need is smile.
Hey, smile.
You good fucking pay pig.
Mm-hmm.
And give me what I want.